Okay, I think I'm up now. I am. So, um, I figured I needed a way to talk about what my mission is with NFTs and my medallions that I've been shoving in everybody's face. And it's like, I've tried to join some spaces, and honestly, spaces in Clubhouse, they all feel like, even though I learn a lot, I'm not gonna slam it or anything, but it feels like being in one of those lectures that just drag on and on and on, and you know you have to speak or you have something to say, but you gotta wait for everyone else to speak. I was never good at that. That was never a strong suit of mine. I always was just wanted to be like, hey, it's me. I'm gonna say what I'm saying, and then I'm gonna head out. Which is, I don't know. I guess it's selfish. And I've tried Clubhouse, and I've tried some spaces as well. I love the format. I love the idea. It's just, I don't know. Um, it just, it's not the group chat thing. Like, I've been on stereo, which is great. It's a lot of fun. Everybody's just talking. You could mute out people. People can mute themselves out. But really, it's just a group conversation. We've played Uno online on stereo. It's been a gas. But something about Twitter, or like, you have your hand raised, you know you're in the queue to speak, and that's when the host decides to just randomly start talking. Did you know my dog tried ramen noodles for the first time? And it's like, can we just get through having everybody talk? So me shilling, and I'm gonna talk about that too, shilling. I'm shilling. I don't. It was a slur. That was something they used to say to people as a slur, calling them a shill, meaning they were just trying to sell their wares, higgledy piggledy or whatever. I don't like that. I mean, I'm gonna still use it because people still see it, but it makes me think, how do I want to approach this? Am I gonna just bombard people with my work? Because I'm also an artist in the physical world. I do fabric and clothing and footwear, and I've had concerns about NFTs. Like, is this gonna mess with my real world? Am I gonna put one of my real world images up there and somebody steals my shit and then goes on and you know what I mean? I could never trust that. I've had trust issues when it comes to that, and I don't like the word shill. Um, so it made me just kind of take a step back and define what I really want to do with this, and the conclusion that I've come to is I'm in this for the excitement of being able to earn money from art that has never been open to people before, and I think that's awesome. This is a great time to express creativity and to be compensated for it without having somebody else, not only having somebody else take most of your money, but also being able to earn money later on when that work sells again. That is big for me. Big, big, big. That's why I decided to make my home on Rarible, because they give you the option of how much of a percentage you want to take when it resells, because I intend for my shit to resell. So let me explain the methodology behind my medallions. So I was skeptical of putting my real world art here because I didn't want it stolen. So I said, well, I'm going to create art specifically for NFTs. And I thought, well, I'm not going to try to recreate what everybody else is doing, the apes thing. It's cute and the little 8 bits, and I get it. It's very cute. But I'm older. I'm not young, so the whole cartoony apes thing, it doesn't appeal to me. What did appeal to me was like, well, if these things are going to be worth money and I'm assigning value to them, why not create digital jewelry, digital coins, digital medallions of worth? I mean, they're worth something. They're worth what I think they should be worth. Because I see people with great artwork and they're undervaluing how much they're charging for that. I'm not saying be greedy, right? But if in the traditional gallery world, you knew half your profit from whatever you produce was going to the gallery owner, so you had to give up 50% of your shit just to get seen and have it purchased by somebody, right? So now the modern day NFT version of that is gas fees. Taking a chunk. First of all, 2%'s got to go to the house that's hosting you, which I agree with that 100%. But then you think, okay, I made this sale. You only charged $200, whatever that is in Ethereum, but it only comes out to like $200. And lo and behold, the gas fees are $90. That, I was like, hey, that seems like a rip-off to me. I mean, I get it. Somebody's always going to take their cut somewhere along the line. And then when you get your money, Coinbase takes their cut. And then when you get it into your PayPal takes their cut. Somebody's always going to take a chunk out of what you're producing. So it's in your best interest to price them reasonably. So I said, well, how can I add value to these medallions that I'm creating and ensure that if it's at auction, if someone places a bid, that I'm able to cover those gas fees? Because I feel like, okay, if I'm starting out at a certain amount, at 0.75, and you're willing to bid higher than that, get me past 1 Ethereum or 1.2, I am more than happy to allow you to do that. And pay the fees for it, provided we're paying them when the gas is low. I'm not doing that shit in the middle of the day. I've been monitoring gas fees. Holy shit, what a discrepancy between 6 in the evening and 4 in the morning. So I said, well, if you're gonna price these things, I don't have the time to sit here and go pricing, is this worth this? So across the board, all those medallions, 0.75 Ethereum, 3/4 of an Ethereum, which I think is fair. These coins not only are, like I said, are representing the worth, they're also have meaning. So my other half of my life has been spent in spiritual study, astrology, numerology, tarot. I'm a reader, I'm an astrologer. So a lot of these medallions are also reflecting spiritual meanings. And I'm creating, I like to call them, it's like digital jewelry, basically. It's virtual digital jewelry and charms, meditation charms. Huh? And I want these charms they all start off the same. And I'm not looking to unload a huge part of my collection. If 1 or 2 buyers pick up 1 or 2 medallions, I'm happy with that. Eventually, I want this to be like my own currency. I'm a Venusian person. I'm ruled by Venus in my birth chart. I love jewelry and fabric and colors and textures, and so I want to try to give as much texture and feel to these medallions so that you feel like you own something. This is owned by you. So 0.75 across the board. What I see for the future, here's what I'm looking for. I mean, there's plenty of people that have some crypto to spend, but they're looking for the thrill of either they're looking for the thrill of something completely gonzo they've never seen before, or they're all buying the apes and just replicating and trying to cash in. I'm trying to stay away from that. I'm trying to find people who want to be collectors of these things, who want to trade these medallions, who want these medallions to grow in value. For each medallion, I've minted 5 in the set, and I want to put them in circulation. One of the inspirations, I guess you could say, for these coins is John Wick. I know most of you have seen John Wick. So you know how in John Wick, when they come to the Continental, everybody has their special coins. They're not throwing money. They're throwing coins. When the adjudicator shows up to find out what the fuck is going on, she doesn't have to say who she is. Homegirl pulled her coin out, slapped it down on the counter. Dude knew exactly who she was. So I'm looking for people who are also financial people, who are not looking at this as, okay, it's a cute fad the kids are jumping in on. I'm assigning value to these medallions because I want them to grow in value. I want them to become part of the circulation between people. And like I said, they're always going to have a meaning. I haven't been putting the meaning up on Rarible because I can't go back and edit them. So I want to be just really simple. I'm probably going to give more description to them in posts and tweets. But they're designed for you to want to pick them up and touch them and collect them. They could be about meditation issues. I do a lot of zodiac sign stuff, and as a special bonus, because I still do art in the real world, a lot of these medallions will be put on special edition sweatshirts and hoodies for you kids to wear around proudly. So I'm trying to fuse both of those worlds together, but I will never price any of these medallions above 0.75. To me, I think that's fair. I think in order for them to grow in value, they need to start off with value. I don't believe in undervaluing. Like I'm sure that there's young people that are making a killing selling a lot of pieces at small amounts. I don't have that kind of time. I'm a little bit older. I want these things to support me in my old age. You hear me? So we need to get to trading them. And I want them to trade the way rare gems are traded or gold are traded. That's why they look the way they do. I want them to have virtual weight and heft. And I'm looking for investors and collectors that know that see the potential in it and see how it can grow. These are seeds that I'm planting, and I'm hoping that they bear fruit. Again, I'm not saying buy my whole collection. 0.75F is not something to sneeze at, I understand, but I have been doing this for 35 years. I have been an artist. And I believe that, if I was younger and maybe starting out in art, maybe I would undervalue them a little bit, but I'm sticking to my guns on this. These coins represent 35 years of training and time spent and opportunities gained and lost. These coins have meaning. So I want you to be able to look at the ones you find most appealing and snatch that bitch up. Hopefully, I would love before the end of this month to at least sell 5 of them. Make it a good holiday for me. And it's not just that I want you to snatch them up and buy them. I want relationships with my buyers. I want to know, is there a market to sell these, to trade them? I'm only taking 25% of residual sales. I thought 10 was too low. 10 was the standard. I wasn't going to take 50 because I want other people to make money. So I said 25 is fair. It's my work. These coins were assigned value by me. So it's only fair that if they resell, they're designed to resell by the way. I was going to connect physical, maybe in the next set that I batch. I'll put something like a unlockable file, but for right now, I just want these in circulation. Just like in John Wick, I want them in circulation, and I'm not confining myself to just see. And this is another reason I did this. I wanted these things to be universal, so that even if there's collectors in Asia or collectors in Europe that see my work, it doesn't have to do anything with language. It doesn't have to do with geography, or it has to do with, what does the symbol mean? What is the worth of this symbol? If I collect this symbol, not only am I collecting value on it, but I'm also collecting the good energy that comes from it. There'll be mandalas, there'll be things called sigils, which are magical symbols meant to help you meditate on what you want to bring to yourself and manifest. So all these things combine. Again, there's people selling beautiful artwork for way less. And I'm trying to stay, like I said, this is a financial thing as well as an art thing. And that's why I need collectors that understand that are in it to raise value and to trade. That's what these tokens are for. They're to trade these medallions. So I'm going to leave it here for now. Like I said, if you do want to buy, you can always DM me first. We can set up a time when gas fees are low. I'm a night owl, so if it's 3 in the morning and you're in the UK, you're in wherever you are, and you're like, you know what, I'm ready to invest in a piece, I will make sure to set up a time where the gas fees are the lowest, because I want you getting the most value from this as possible. I'm not trying to see you lose 20% of it in gas fees. That's stupid. And there's no reason for it. So if you are an investor, if you are interested in what I'm doing, and like I said, I'm gonna keep minting them, but I'm gonna stop at a certain point because I want to sell the ones I have before I start making new ones. I want to put them into circulation. So again, each coin has a group of 5. You can, I would love for collectors to decide they're going to buy a whole group of them, but that's wishful thinking. Maybe later when there's more value to them, that'll be the case. But pick the ones, like I said, I'm going to be putting stuff up, and I'm always going to be quote unquote shilling it. I don't like that word though. Shilling. We got to think of a better word than doing that. And it just kind of demeans art. It was demeaning when they used it on people in the real world. It's just as demeaning, but whatever. Maybe that's just me being old. I don't know. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna keep putting them out there. But now you understand what my motivation is, and now you understand what I'm looking for. It's a combination of putting 35 years of artwork out that's gonna be worth something later on, because I'm not in this for fads. Like I said, I'm old. I'm trying to make some money so I can go retire to my little mansion somewhere, getting old gracefully. I'm not going to retire, actually. I'm going to keep working. As long as I'm making money, I'm going to still work. But still, you're not just buying NFTs, you're contributing to an old woman's future, helping her create a future for herself where she can get old gracefully. And I'm going to speak more on this later, but if you took the time to listen to this, thank you very much, and I will speak to you soon, and stay tuned.